Peggy Swager, and in this video we're going to talk about dog aggression. Now there's a lot of different kinds of dog aggressions. We're only going to touch on some of the more common ones and explain what you can do about some of them and when you need to call in professional help. One kind of dog aggression is when two dogs get into a fight with each other. Some dogs are aggressive towards other animals. Leash aggression is a common problem for people. Most leash aggression will require you to seek professional help. When dogs inflict serious bites, you will also need to seek professional help. There are some aggression problems you can learn to resolve yourself. Here we have a dog owner. His dog obviously likes him. But when it comes time to take away a bone, this dog will bite. This dog is warning his owner to stop, and if the man persists in trying to touch the dog or take the bone, he will get bit. There are techniques you can use to help retrain a dog, such as teaching either give or drop it. Here we see a dog being trained to learn how to give up a bone. The bone is handed to the dog, and then a treat is going to be offered to the dog to give up the bone. Once the dog takes the treat, the bone is taken back. But we immediately give the bone back to the dog. What this teaches the dog is that giving up a bone doesn't mean that it's going to be taken away forever, and that it's a good thing because a treat follows. Notice the dog just wagged its tail. You keep repeating this until the dog becomes comfortable with you taking away an object like a bone. After training, you'll see this dog has learned to give up a bone without biting his owner. Another place some people will have issues is when a dog is laying on a couch. Some dogs will bite if you try and move them. One way to deal with this problem is to train the dog. You teach the dog to get off on command, give a reward, then you have the dog trained to get back on. You practice the off and on until the dog learns to do it on command. If you have a dog who has learned the off command but won't move off the couch when she doesn't want to, try using a drag leash. But first, a few cautions with the drag leash. Don't leave it on when you can't watch the dog, and don't use it to trap and punish a dog. When using the drag leash, first give the command. If the dog doesn't comply, repeat the command, then use the drag leash to get the dog to comply. Afterwards, be sure to reward. I'm called to people's homes to solve a lot of doggy problems. Sometimes the problem is the dog won't listen, like when the owner tried to call this dog back. Some dogs get in fights over food or from jealousy. I came up with a training technique which is in the case studies in the last chapter of my book. Using that technique, this dog learned some impulse control and learned how to call off. These two dogs who once fought over food learned how to wait for my release to get their food. Now, they share instead of fighting. True leadership is what dogs want from you in the household. To be a leader, that means you control the toys and the food and all the other resources. The way to get leadership is not to bully, but to train. If you're having trouble getting your dog to comply, please consider seeking professional help.